Good evening, everybody, and welcome again to Foxborough High School Warrior Football. Tonight's action will pit the Warriors against the Canton Bulldogs. I'm Doug Seuss, joined alongside my partner, as always, Frank Jaffoon. And, well, what do you think, Frank? I mean, last week we saw a Foxborough team that just dominated. The running game was phenomenal. The passing game did what it had to do. Defense was pretty good, tested at times. But then Canton had a big lead on Stoughton and blew it at the end.
It's really tough to understand because they've played some lousy football games this year, Canton. And last week they probably played the best game they played in 10 years. So it's really, Doug, who shows up tonight? And take a look at this left-handed quarterback that Canton's got. He's got a gun. His name is Hagan, and he's a 3-year starter. He's a kid that some people are looking at in college. He's a very talented kid. He can run the football as well as he can throw the football, but he can throw the football.
Okay.
Got a couple of good wide receivers. No great speed. A couple of agile backs, but we should beat these guys by 3 touchdowns.
Okay, and again, last week the running game, we saw Ronnie Martin have a huge game, over 140 yards, a couple scores, and Mr. Keon Neal there had 3 scores, just under 100 yards, but collectively our offense had was almost 400 yards of total offense, almost 300 on the ground. It's just
it's phenomenal for a high school football game, especially in Massachusetts as we talk about the timeouts and everything. We've got a tough tandem right back there. They're probably 2 of the best running back tandems in the state. Definitely the best in this league, I think. And if Canton can keep us off the field, they got a shot in this game. If they can't keep us off the field, it's going to be a real long night for the Bulldogs.
Okay, and the Bulldogs actually are 3-2 coming into this game. So as far as even the playoff format goes, this is big because it's a division game for us. Next week, it's still going to come down to us and Stoughton next week as to who wins the Davenport division of the Hockomock. But also, point-wise, because of the ratings, Foxborough right now is tied for 3rd, basically 4th because Middleborough's undefeated, so they have the same amount of points. But the top 8 get it. If we beat Kent tonight, we're going to pick up some additional points just because of their record.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the tough thing about this division, probably, in my opinion, in my little humble opinion, I think one of the top 3 football teams in the state is in this division in Holliston. Holliston is an absolute powerhouse from top to bottom. And I know everybody goes, Holliston? But you should see that the football players that they have in that team. And if we get to where I think we're going to be able to go, then I think we got to get through Holliston. But, that's 5 games in advance.
5 games in advance. So tonight will be the last scheduled home game for the Warriors. It's homecoming night. In the weeks to come, we will have at least 1 more home game, maybe 2, depending on how the playoffs work out. And, again, that's to be determined. But for tonight's action, like I said, we'll tee off here. We'll get going, and then we're going to have the halftime festivities with homecoming and everything else. Beautiful night for football. Again, back-to-back Fridays, right, Frank?
Unbelievable. First night was 35 degrees. Now it's summertime.
Right. I'm in a T-shirt, pink as it may be, but I'm in a T-shirt. So
God bless you for that.
Yeah. We will see you folks in a little bit. When the game action starts, we'll be back for the coin toss and the national anthem.
Expecting to hold out. Get this in there, okay? It's a great night for football. 2 terrific teams, okay? We're expecting great football all night long. Few things. We're not going to tolerate any unsportsmanlike acts. We're not going to tolerate cheap shots, nor are we going to tolerate taunting, okay? Captains, leaders, you're charged with that responsibility. Take care of that stuff, please, okay? Before I toss the coins, any questions? No questions. Gentlemen, here we go. Tails, heads. Gentlemen, tails, heads. That's your first down. Who's the heads? What is it? Nobody knows President Eisenhower. Okay, here we go. What's the call going to be? Call is tails.
Tails.
Let's see what it is. It is a tails. Tails it is. What do we do? You want to defer? Okay, wait, we do this. Hey, let's go deep. Defer. You want the ball and you want to defend the scoreboard, right? Okay. Canton won the toss. They deferred. Foxborough will receive away from the scoreboard. Gentlemen, shake hands.
And deferred to the second half. Foxborough will be receiving. And the interesting part was the referee asked them whose head was on the coin, and nobody knew who President Eisenhower was.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Not sure what they're studying.
And I hate to say this, but I remember him. Tells you how old I am.
Under the direction of Foxborough Music Director, Mr. Stephen Massey.
The band, accompanied by the high school and junior high choir. Very good job by the kids.
Oh, great job.
Yeah.
Great job.
So Foxborough will be receiving the opening kickoff. They'll be defending the concession side of the Hearn Field, wearing their gold shirts, white pants, and blue numerals. And Canton will be in all white tonight, trimmed in a Kelly Forest green color. Canton, again, coming into the contest with a 3-2 record, losing a heartbreaker on the last play of the game last week to Stoughton.
To a very good Stoughton team.
To a very good Stoughton team. So back for Foxborough, we have Neal and Buzniak. In front of them, I believe, is Ronnie Martin, and Austin Ryan might be the other. It's Jake Pond.
You know what had to be difficult this week, Doug? Dave Bohane, the head coach of Canton High School, to get these kids up after deflation last week of losing to Stoughton, and to play another tough team like Foxborough on the road. It's got to be a tough thing to do for these kids. So
sure it is.
They're high school kids. They're not, they're babies.
Right. Well, teeing it up is Thomas McGonigal, number 8. And the kick is a squib through the middle, and that's going to go back to Buzniak, going through Jake Pond's hands. Buzniak is going to be swarmed under. Number 20 there on the tackle, Jake Ragusa for Canton, pins Foxborough down inside their 20-yard line. Well, actually, it's going to be spotted at the 21. They give him forward progress on the return. So, unlike last week where we seemed to have good field position all game long, Foxborough's getting a long field in front of them to start this game, Frank.
Take a look at this defensive line. They have the one big kid there in the middle, but they're not very tall, and they're not very big.
Yeah.
So, I think it bodes well for the rushing game, but I think we've got to throw the ball a little bit more tonight, Doug.
Yep. Canton is showing a 5-man front, 3 down linemen. Foxborough's in the little shotgun, and you're right, come right out firing. We have an open receiver here, and that's Tommy Rogers out around the 30-yard line. He pulls that down for a first down and a gain of 13.
Well, the reason I'm saying that we have to allow. Now here we go. I'm going to take a look at the replay here. There's Rogers rolling out, and Rogers on the catch.
Yeah, well thrown ball by by Nolan Rogers there, just over the defender's hand. And Foxborough has a first down to 33. And again, from the shotgun, Rogers with a quick pass once more. This time it's Buzniak, and Buzniak's out to the 45, and another Foxborough first down. So we're seeing a cushion by the Canton defenders, Frank.
Right, and I'm trying to think ahead here. I'm trying to coach ahead. And if I'm Foxborough, I want Stoughton to see the passing game, because they already know about the running game. I want them to really take a good hard look at what we can do with throwing the football.
And now we're going to see Martin on a carry, and he gets tripped up after a short gain of 2. 51 on the tackle for Canton is Mackenzie Brown. He is one of the captains.
And obviously Canton is gearing up to stop the run here, Doug.
Right, they are. You can see on your screen there, number 77, you talked about not being very big. That's Wavo Prentice Jr. He's not tall, but I bet you that kid goes about 280.
Easy money right there.
So Foxborough with a 2nd and 8. And again, we're going to see a pass. This one's knocked down,
nice
deflected.
Nice play by number 20.
Yeah, Jake Ragusa.
Yep, nice play.
He got up in Nolan Rogers' grill there and batted that ball down. So Phil Stamatos, the center, comes off. He lost his helmet, so I believe he has to come out for a play. So we're going to see somebody else going in at center position. Last week, Frank, the line was key in Foxborough's win.
Absolutely fantastic. And now we're going to see how they protect on the pass right here.
Liam Whiting is now at center, number 52.
Let's take a look at these offensive linemen as this play develops.
And we got to see some pull action there.
We got a trap.
Ronnie Martin is going to kick this outside.
Boy,
that's a huge run by Ronnie Martin.
That's all Ronnie Martin. Right
yeah, it
there.
is.
He was stopped.
He got a good block initially from Uzanitas, number 70.
70, right.
And then Ronnie broke 2 tackles and fought ahead. We'll see this here, Frank. You take this.
Yeah, there's Uzanitas making a nice play on the defensive end right there that sprung Martin. But Martin gets the last 7 on his own.
Yeah, he did. So a gain of 10 for Ronnie Martin, and Foxborough gets another first down, and now they are in Canton territory at the 41-yard line, 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And Martin again goes off tackle and lowers the shoulder and picks up another 5 yards, maybe even 7 on that one. So Ronnie picking up where he left off last week.
Interesting development of plays here. We throw the ball 3 times already in the first 4 or 5 plays, and then we give him a dose of Martin. Neal, I don't know, I haven't seen Neal yet in the game, but Martin's going to pound him. It's almost like we're taking body shot. They're taking body shots right now to loosen them up.
Yeah, and Ronnie looks quick. I mean, not that he's not normally, but he looks real quick on those first couple carries.
What he looks is tough. There's Neal right there.
There's Neal on the little reverse, the jet coming off the wing, and he's going to spin ahead for a couple yards. So it'll bring up a 3rd and manageable 3 yards. Ball's now inside the 35-yard line of Canton.
Well, we've got 2 downs to get 3 yards.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think we should keep this on the ground.
Yeah, and again, the line play, you got Trevor Fishman out there, you got Uzanitas, Phil Stamatos, you got Brian Booth. We'll come back to that in a minute here, but we got a big line and bigger than Canton tonight. And we're going to get an offsides on Canton.
We got a ground ball back to Nolan Rogers right there.
But I think we're going to get encroachment on the defense, neutral zone infraction.
Defense.
And that's exactly what it is. So we get the freebie out of that one, Frank.
Oh, yeah, we got the first down.
I'm not sure who that was on Canton, whether it was a blitzing linebacker, but he was well into the neutral zone, made contact. You see, it's a blitzing back.
Yeah, he couldn't get back.
He just couldn't get back. He lost his footing, and we'll take the freebie. So now the ball's at the 24-yard line of the Bulldogs. 1st and 10. Again, Rogers stays in that shotgun formation. He's going to drop back the pass. He's got Buzniak on and out.
Oh, boy.
And that ball goes through Buzzy's hands. He should have held on to that one.
Should have had that one, and he got hit.
But he's down.
He got stuck in the back.
Yeah, he sure did. I'm not sure what he's holding on to there, if it's just his back or if he's grabbing the leg.
I hope it's not his knee. Let's take a look at Buzniak here. Nice throw by Nolan Rogers.
Right.
Right on a button.
And usually very sure-handed.
Oh, he looked like he.
He's holding the knee, grabbing the knee.
It's a knee. It looked like it hyperextended right there. Can we see that again, Mike? All right, let's take a look at the tail end of this, folks.
Maybe his leg's like planted when he takes the hit.
Watch his left knee.
It just buckled on him.
See it. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's if it was hyperextended or not. I just hope it's not bad.
Balaz is generally a go-to type of guy, too. He's got great hands, plays defensive secondary, which offensively, if he's out of the game, that does hurt. But I think more so on the defensive side of the ball because we're already down Mark Wilson.
Yeah, you're right. That's a great point, Doug.
There's a lot of staff out there working on him. But Foxborough coming out, mixing the offense up. Like you said, Frank, they've already thrown 4 or 5 passes. And normally we see that over the course of a half. We're seeing it in the first series.
That's right. Well, it's just something that I think they obviously want to get the passing game going, and I don't blame them. They haven't been throwing the ball that much. Rogers has been on target much of the time this year. He's only thrown 2 or 3 touchdown passes, but I don't think he cares about touchdown passes. He cares about winning, as they all do. This is not a team that cares about statistics.
This is a good sign there. He is walking on his own power.
Yep.
Like you said, might have just been a hyperextension there. Just felt a tweak, but very encouraging. I'm sure he'll be back shortly. So, incomplete pass brings up a 2nd and 10.
Where's Gilreath, Dougie?
He's right in the near side.
Yeah, he's at the tight end position on the right side here, closest to their sideline.
Here comes Neal on that back motion, and he's going to reverse toss.
Pitch back.
He scored 2 TDs on this last week, and he picks up about 8 yards there. Starts his motion from left to right, takes the pitch, and immediately reverses direction back to where he started from. And last week that was easy money inside the 10-yard line.
Yep.
You're pulling there. There's D'Antona. That's the other lineman.
Yep.
Joey D'Antona on a kickout block.
Nice block right there.
Right. And on the tackle for Canton was Mackenzie Brown again, the captain, number 51. So we have a 3rd and 2. Ball's on the 20-yard line. Martin is the lone back, and Martin's going to take a straight-ahead handoff. He's got the first down and a couple more yards.
Yep.
So once again, they moved the chains. Foxborough has 4 first downs already. Chewing up the clock, which is always good, too.
Here, let's take a peek at it again. There's Ronnie Martin. Square up.
Lowers that shoulder.
Just runs over 2 guys.
Yeah.
This is the worst thing for Canton right now. A drive. There's 6:40 left in the first period, and Foxborough has just dominated the drive. Canton cannot get them off the field.
Now we have both running backs in there, and Martin's going to get the handoff and try that left side once more. Little misdirection play, and he picks up about 5 yards. Looks like he's going to be at the 13-yard line. You see, there's just a little misdirection right there. Neal passes in front of him, but once again, Brown on the tackle. Young man has been very busy so far for the Canton Bulldogs. And Foxborough has a 2nd and 5 now. And same formation, we have both Neal and Martin in the backfield, and we will see a timeout. Foxborough's going to take this one.
Timeout, Ken. That's the first
actually, Ken took this one. Okay.
Yeah, I think Dave Bohane just wanted to see the formation. And I know he doesn't like what he sees back there with both of those guys in the backfield.
Yeah, that's for sure because, again, both of them are pretty dangerous. They both block very well for each other,
You
too.
took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to say, to have 2 running backs that have the capabilities that they do, we all forget about the fact that they both can block well.
Yeah.
And Martin is a crusher. He's a crusher. You don't want to be a linebacker when he's coming through the line and he's leading Neal.
Yeah, and actually, I think, we have depth on defense, but I think if Ronnie Martin was playing linebacker on defense, he would be laying some lumber on some kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're right, he does like the contact. He reminds me a lot of Luke Valenza.
Oh, yeah.
Who basically just wasn't happy unless he was hitting somebody. And that seems like Ronnie Martin's forte.
Boy, we've had a lot of linebackers like that in Foxborough.
Yeah, we sure have. We've been fortunate. So Neal's back out in the slot, and Martin is the lone back. And here comes Neal on the little motion, and he's going to take the fake. And we got an open receiver.
It's Gilreath.
That's Gilreath, and you got your wish there, Frank. Gilreath gets involved in the action, and this looks like yet another first down, and it'll bring up a 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. Gilreath, a nice big target.
He certainly is. He's got nice hands, nice soft hands too. Very nice.
And he gets knocked out just inside the 5, but a big target with soft hands, like you said, and a nice safety blanket. And we have both backs once again in the backfield.
We jumped on a left tackle. I think that might have been Brian Booth who
Right
moved.
at snap. Ball starts. Offense. 5-yard
Well,
penalty.
Foxborough
Still
makes their first
down.
mistake of the evening. But again, still got first down, so basically first and goal from the 9. Just got to stay controlled here and do what they've been doing.
Mike Bordieri has made his call, the offensive coordinator for Foxborough, and we're going to see if we put it up here. I don't know.
10 yards.
We have Busniak back in the game. He's flanked up to the far side of the field.
That's exactly
and,
what we're
and
doing.
Busniak is the guy that's getting the ball. And
Nice play.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He frees himself up. This is pinball action here by Balaz Busniak. He took about 4 shots to gain no yardage.
Yeah, let's take a look at Busniak right here. Very well done.
Ken does a real good job of coming up on this. Number 16 is the first guy. No, actually 42 is. Then 18. Buzzy breaks a couple tackles here. He runs into a host of white shirts here, but again, all that action for no gain. Gutowski, 42, is the first guy in on the action, followed by Brian Hagan, the quarterback, who's also playing defense. So here comes Neil in that little around, and Martin's going to run right to the middle.
What a block, right guard.
Yeah.
Nice play, nice block. Wide open. I don't even think he got touched on.
It looked pretty open there. I tell you, I think they were focusing on Neil coming around on that motion, and Ronnie Martin takes the inside handoff and goes right up the gut.
Yep.
Untouched. It really seemed that way.
When we see this again, you'll probably see when Neil moves, the linebackers are moving too.
Yeah.
But the right guard and the center made nice blocks on that play, and wide open.
And Kyle Will is good on the extra point attempt. Foxborough takes over 5 minutes off. Over 6 minutes, actually.
Yeah.
6.5 minutes they take off.
Let's take a look at the center of the line.
It's Uzanitas, number 70, kicks that out.
He didn't even have to block anybody.
And again, to
one
your
more
point.
Yeah, one more time. Thank you.
The motion, here, you can see the guys here just outside the pitcher, number 90.
Yep.
And the D end and then the outside linebacker. Their concentration was on Neil. You got to respect it.
Exactly. Well, that's the problem. See, it's a double-headed monster.
Yep.
You got quickness, speed to the outside. You got toughness and strength on the inside. I mean, it's like Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside.
And then you got to worry about Rogers himself, who could keep the ball and run.
Right. Exactly.
Or the little play action, and with the good receivers he has. This is a very balanced Warrior team. We haven't seen this in a couple years.
Yeah, you're right.
But this is a very balanced team.
Yep.
So we'll tee it up here. A good start for Foxborough. Back for Canton is Derek Harris and
nice kick
Anthony
by
Ross.
Will. Look at
this is into the end zone.
How many times do you see this in high school where the kicker kicks one into the end zone, not to be returned?
Yeah.
Well, we talked about Will last week a little bit. I mean, here's a kid who's a college kicker. In my eyes, he's got that kind of a leg. How far he goes as a college kicker, I don't know. But right now, I think he's probably a Division II college kicker. Let's take a look at him. Let's take a look at the kick.
We got no wind here either.
Yeah, no wind. That's right. Nothing pushing it.
And this ball hits at the goal line.
Yeah, that's a bomb, folks.
That's a 60-yard kick.
Yeah.
Right? And again, from a kid who's not very big, he's got a strong leg.
Yep.
So Ken comes out, and they are in the shotgun as well. And the handoff goes to number 1, Sterling Garvin.
Look at this. He's got 9, too,
Yeah, he does. He bounces that outside before the Warriors run him out of bounds.
He's about 5'0", number 1. And he's quick. But wait till you see Brian Hagan, this left-handed quarterback. Where do you see him throw? He's an athlete.
Yep, number 18 is Hagan.
Yep.
And Ken breaks the huddle. And again, their line is not very big. They get a tackle on our near side who's got some height, but they're a short line.
I think we're offsides, unless they
I think
drew
a
us
little bit
off.
of motion. I think the center actually he sort of stuttered his snap there, so I think we're going to see this marched off against the Bulldogs.
Right.
One of the rereferees, Jeff Parker's
Ball
moving in the
offense,
Foxborough in the
5-yard
Canton direction.
penalty.
So here we go.
Second down.
Yeah, it's sort of like a bobbled snap type of thing. Didn't come up cleanly. Kind of actually rolled back to Hagen anyhow.
Yeah.
So they lose 5. It's still only second down. Ball's resting now at the 24-yard line. So they have a 2nd and 6. And again, you'll see when they break this huddle, this number 77, literally, he's like about 5'4".
Yeah.
But he's well over 250. He's a little load.
Take it to 24.
And we're going to have a timeout by Canton. They're a little confused, it looks
Timeout,
like.
Canton.
That's
20
number
seconds.
2.
Yep.
They've only got 77 more.
Right. And I can already tell, again, 51 is out there. Brown, he's playing both ways. So they got a handful of kids. They decent numbers. You look at their sideline over there.
It looks more than they've usually had.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't your typical team of recent years past where they had 40 kids dressed. They look like the upwards of 50, 55 kids, but they have got a handful that are playing both ways already in this game.
Yeah, this team is much better than they have been.
Yeah. So they got spreading the Foxborough defense with twins to both sides. Hagen's going to take the snap, and he does throw a gun, and this ball's just overthrown. And that ball was in the air for 40 yards.
Oh, it's got some zip on it.
Yeah.
First of all, you don't see too many left-handed quarterbacks, so that's a different look right there. But the kid is about 6'2", he's about 190 pounds, and he's got an arm that belays the height.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at him.
Derek Harris is the intended receiver, and he has time, and he just throws that ball, and good coverage by Buzniak, and again, good to see him back in action here. But the ball was in the air for 40 yards, so we have a 3rd and long situation. 3:26 remaining in the first quarter. And again, Hagen takes the snap, and he's going to throw this ball down the middle, and
oh boy,
he hung his intended receiver up for meat hanging there.
it might have been a little behind him.
Anthony Ross, number 16, had to go up for this and almost took a shot.
Number 16, Anthony Ross, incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, nice job. Tommy Rogers comes over and breaks it up without making contact, which is really good on his part because it could have easily been a pass interference. He was there before the ball was.
Yep. Well, this is crucial right here. This kid's got to get off a good punt.
Number 2 doing the kicking is Mahan, and he does get off a good kick. And Buzniak fields it at his own 42. He's got a block on the outside here and gets pulled down, but not after he picks up a good 20-yard return. So Foxborough will have a good field position to start their second drive.
Take a look at some blocks if we can see them. There's a good one right there on number 2. Who made that block there?
For us, number 2 for Foxborough is Nolan. No, actually, I don't think it was. That would have been Nolan Rogers.
Might
but
have been 8.
Yeah, probably Jake Pond.
All right.
So here we go, 1st and 10, 39-yard line of Canton.
And we're passing
Rogers is screen pass set up nicely.
Nice block.
Really nice blocking right here. You hear the excitement over our headsets here.
Yeah, great block by Uzanitas.
Last week we saw a lot of screen passes from Foxborough.
Yeah. Well, the more we can get the ball, here, take a peek. The more we can get the ball into these two backs' hands.
Here's Fishman right here. Yeah. And Fishman ties up a guy, and like you said, Uzanitas. And now we're going to see Neal taking the inside handoff, and he's going to bounce back to the inside for a few more extra yards and gains about 4. Yeah, he picks up 4.
The offensive line is excited again. They're excited again. Once they see the backs running as hard as they're running, then that gets them pumped up even more.
They feed off that, that's for sure. And now we're going to see 3 receivers to our near sideline with Neal in the slot. Martin is thrown back to Rogers' left. And we're going to see the out pattern. And a real nice job by Buzniak. Those are the hands I was talking about earlier. He reached up, pulled that ball down.
Nice throw. That was on a rope.
It was. And Buzzy does a real good job of getting his feet down. All he needs to get one down, but he got both. A rope, as you say, and really nice hands, gets feet down, and another first down. So Foxborough is at the, I believe, the 11-yard line, so they can pick up yet one more first down without scoring a touchdown here. 1st and 10. 2:20 left in the first quarter, and there goes Austin Ryan.
Jet sweep.
And he's going to turn it inside.
He's going to score.
And he is in the end zone.
Yep.
Well designed, well blocked. Uzanitas once again and D'Antona. Look, they're all excited because they know they led that charge right there.
Take a look at the blocking here. It's excellent. Excellent pulling to the left and lead right here after the point.
Really nice play calling by Coach Badiri, too. He's mixing it up tonight.
Oh,
and everything's clicking so far. So will be lining up to do the kicking. Buzniak is the holder. Snap is good. And this kick is low, but it is good.
It's through.
It's through.
All right, let's take a look at this touchdown right now.
There's D'Antona, 53, and actually Ronnie Martin. This is what we're talking about, the backs blocking as well. And then Austin Ryan just following his gold-shirted teammates.
Just a well-designed play.
Yeah. So an 11-yard touchdown run for Austin Ryan, matching his jersey number. Last week he scored on a pass. This week he scores on a run.
I got to tell you something, and I don't praise the coaches too much because they can't stand it when you do that. But Mike Borderi's called 2 great series right here.
Yeah.
They've got him on their heels. Everything went forward except for the one penalty.
And Austin Ryan, only a junior, so we're going to see more of that young man next year, too. Foxborough has 42 seniors, but there's a good presence of underclassmen in both sides of the starting lineups.
Terrific.
Yeah.
And, well, tell them about the freshmen and JVs.
The JVs are sitting at 4-1, winning this week at Milford, and the freshmen are 4-0. So top to bottom, the program is playing really, really well right now.
That's right.
And Will with another bomb.
Another bomb.
This is at the goal line as well. And this is going to be returned, and a nice return. Yeah, that is Harris finds his way back to the 37-yard line. So
Derek Harris.
So right there, Kyle Will may have actually outkicked this coverage as Harris is able to navigate his way back on a nice return.
I can't tell you how, I'm praising this kid Will, but I'm telling you something. He is a good college kicker right now.
Yeah, there's a couple good blocks here by Canton, and then we missed a tackle, unfortunately. And Matt Mullally brings down Harris right there, giving Canton pretty good field position after a nice kick by Kyle Will, as you said, Frank. So,
and I don't mean that I shouldn't praise Kyle because he deserves it.
Oh, yeah. But actually, he's a pretty good baseball player, too.
Is he?
Yep.
They call me a homer around here.
Yeah,
so
well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
So here we go. Hagen's back there. We got motion. We got too many guys in motion.
Yeah, we got all kinds of movement going on.
Yeah.
There's confusion in Canton's backfield, confusion on the line.
J-Ron Reynolds, number 4, was the initial motion back, and then a couple other guys decided they get a jump start too. Get out there and block for him on that jet sweep, and can only have one guy in motion at a time.
Not in the Canadian football.
Not in the Canadian football.
5-yard penalty.
Which I'm still trying to convince myself that that's real football.
All right, let's take a look at the confusion.
Yeah, see, 44's in motion. The other guy, number 5, Chinese fire drills, they say.
Yep.
Canada, that's a good play. Maybe arena football, too.
Arena football, yeah, there you go.
So Canton loses 5, pushes them back. Ball's at their own 31 now, 1st and 15. And once again, we're going to see motion, and it's basically the same play, but they...
Nice play.
I think that's is Jake Pond.
Yeah, Jake Pond made a great play.
Jake Pond's been playing very well, senior captain. Last week had a couple big plays, had a nice kickoff return, too.
That's right.
To go along with his many tackles and fumble recovery. So, again, you're going to see, here's the little jet sweep, and Pond fights off the block and does a really nice job of bringing it down.
That's an outstanding play right there.
Yeah. He had a cut block that basically he avoided. Joseph Byres tried to take Jake out, but to no avail. And Reynolds is brought down for yet another loss, 2 more yards. So we have a 2nd and 17. And we're going to see a nice little pass out here, and Reynolds picks up most of that yardage back. Hagan throws a rope here.
He's got a gun.
He's got Harris basically on a little out route, and he curls it back in and picks up about 13 of those yards. So we're under a minute. Jake Pond's limping off here. Ooh, not a good sign. He's replaced. I think Dave Henry's out there now, kicking out to the outside. And again, what are we going to see? We're going to get a timeout here. One more. Canton once again, maybe.
Full timeout. Coach's request. White.
Number three.
Coach's request. Well, Canton has used 3 of their 5, and we are sitting at 32.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's been all Foxborough as they've marched down twice to score. And Canton, in their second possession, in a crucial situation right here, they need to keep this drive alive.
They got to score. They got to get a score here. They're going to be coming down this way, but either way, there's very little wind. I mean, like no wind at all blowing here tonight. So that's not going to be a factor.
Yeah, we've been spoiled with 2 back-to-back perfect Friday nights in October. And as you said, when we were here in September, we froze our you-know-whats off.
Yeah.
So Canton comes out of their timeout. And instead of going right to the line, they go back to the huddle. Hagan calls the play. Canton breaks. They send 2 receivers to both sides. And the lone back is Garvin. And we got some whistle. We got motion again.
We got another flag. It's got to be motion.
Prior to snap.
Yeah, it is.
Ball start.
Yep.
White. 5-yard penalty.
And that'll drive a coach
Third
crazy.
down.
You call a timeout, you set up a play, and you come out and you have a penalty.
Have a penalty.
Yeah, it's just
a
that's
timing
discipline.
penalty of everything.
Yeah, that's just discipline right there.
Yep. And that's how teams lose football games right there, just because they don't have the discipline to carry out what they're supposed to carry out.
The little things that add up to a lot of big things in the end. And Canton basically just put themselves in a hole where now they have a 3rd and 9, and it's not as manageable as the 3rd and 4 was. So we're going to see the same formation, and Garvin's still the lone back. And here comes, wow, we almost have a collision in the backfield.
Oh boy.
We got a strip here of the football.
The big boy, who's that?
Is that Hood?
Yeah,
78.
He's the one who knocked the ball loose, I think. He did it.
So it's Doug Fisher if it's 78.
No, I think it's
79. It's Hood.
Yeah, it's 79's Hood.
It's Hood, and we will see this. Canton does get the ball back for 4th down, but
let's take a look.
Hood shoots right in here and disrupts this play. Boom.
Oh, that ball was out beforehand, I think.
Yeah, and actually got hit from behind here. I'm not sure who that was. Might have been Whiting on the backside there. No, it's Brian DeVellis, number 18.
Was it Brian DeVellis? Yeah.
And that's the end of the first quarter, but this is DeVellis. The Hood goes by, and then DeVellis finishes off. And again, this young man, we called his name a lot last week, too.
Yep.
He's really come on as a solid football player, and his senior season is a memorable one for him. So at the end of the first quarter, it's all Foxborough. Canton's going to be looking at a 4th and long. You know, they're near midfield. They could punt. They could go for it. But if they don't make it, Foxborough's in great field position once again.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have the courage to do that.
Still early. But Foxborough playing very well, just feeding off of where they left off last week.
That would be insanity, Doug, if he went for this.
Yeah. Buzniak is back, and
like you said earlier, too, Canton's playing for a playoff game, too.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, and this isn't the old Canton that we knew back in the day here.
All right, back to do the punting is Harris. No, it's number 8. I'm sorry. That's McGonigal. And this
Oh,
is
blocked! That was blocked square up.
I think that's Flannery. I think John Flannery flew in there, got all ball.
All ball. I don't even think he was touched.
Wow. And I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of excited people. Johnny Flannery is one of the more popular guys on this team.
Let's take a peek at it, Doug, here. There he is. Nobody even touches him. Boom.
Oh, my God. He laid out all 5'6" of them. I'm telling you.
Look at the sideline. Look at how he's being
I'm telling you, they love that kid. I love that kid. Him and his twin brother. Coached them for a few years. I got to tell you, they are great kids. And he is not a big kid, but he was laid out there, made a great block, and the Foxborough Warriors are in super field position at the Canton 23-yard line.
I think he recovered it too, Doug.
I don't know. He was phenomenal. And this is Ronnie Martin through the middle again. This is the touchdown play that we scored on earlier. And he picks up a nice gain of about 5 yards. Ronnie thinks he should have had a little bit more. He's a little upset with himself, but that play is very well designed because you have to respect Neal coming on that motion. And if not, he can very easily take a pitch and then he's around the edge.
These kids are still hanging around Flannery down here, Dougie. They're all over him.
Yeah,
They're all excited
He's
for him.
holding court.
I love to see that.
So Foxborough in a tighter formation. Here's Neal again on the motion, and there's the fake pitch, and Rogers is going to go post corner, and Buzniak's got a touchdown. This is a great grab.
Yeah, he caught it. I was looking for the feet.
He got one down. We're going to see a great replay here, but this is a post corner route, meaning Buzniak starts his pattern into the middle towards the goalpost, breaks it back out. Canton had to play well covered at the boot.
The kid was right on him. I didn't know if he even knocked it away.
No.
Yeah, it was a great play.
Yeah, Rogers puts this ball right on the money. That's a big-time throw and a big-time catch by Buzniak. So 2 plays after the block punt, Foxborough punches it in, and Will's going to add yet another extra point. And quickly, it's 21-0. And
wow.
I don't know.
Let's take a look again.
This is Rogers setting up. And now you're going to see the very end of it. This kid's all over Buzniak. But look, he gets the 1 foot down, never bobbled the ball. He knows he got that foot down.
Let's take a look at the end here. Ball's in the air. That kid is right on the ball,
right there.
too.
And like actually, you may have dragged that second foot, but in high school and college, you only have to have one.
That's right.
And earlier when Buzzy dropped that pass, when he got shaken up, that's what I said. First thing is he's usually sure-handed.
Yep.
And we've seen him make 2 nice grabs since then. The weapons this team has.
They are loaded up.
So Kyle will tee it up once again. And so far we've seen 2 kicks to the goal line. Ross is back, as is Harris. And this is another booming kick that's inside the end zone. And this is Ross. And he's lumbering. Not a lot of speed on him. I'm not sure why he was short-handed.
Either he's sore or he's looking for a space that wasn't there.
Yeah. But normally you have a scat back of some sort, and he gets up, shaken up. That's a lanky kid. He was actually looked like he was laboring to run that ball back.
Well, Canton's in trouble now. They're down 3, and Foxborough is getting stronger and stronger as this season goes on. They're getting stronger.
Yeah, this is really building up to be a great matchup next week.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
All right, so Ken breaks the huddle. Again, Hagan, the quarterback. He's joined by Garvin. And Garvin's going to take that ball up the middle, and he gets shoved back. Connor Downs and Brian DeVellis basically stop him after a short gain. Foxborough's linebackers are very active too.
Quick.
Dave Henry's in there. Jake Pawn, just mentioned Downs and DeVellis. All very athletic. And then you got your beef in front of them. I mean, Hood and Fisher are
They're about 800 pounds apiece.
It seems it, you know. And then
I mean that in the nicest way,
the
believe
real
me.
nice way. And then we have the young man Jalen Jackson, who's had a great season thus far playing DN. Liam Whiting is another linebacker. DeVellis is actually playing a DN. So, and we got a loose ball, and
We got another one.
wow.
Who's that, Whiting?
Yeah, Liam Whiting, 52. Got a nose for the ball. And, wow, this has turned into a rout.
Yeah, take a look at this again. He ran into Fisher, I think, this kid. Yeah, the ball was out beforehand.
Yeah, you know, that's part of that when you do that read option play. The quarterback often holds that ball into the back's belly for a good couple seconds and sometimes pulls it out. Maybe there's just a little miscommunication there, but that ball was on the ground. We got it, and here comes Neal, and he's going to race to the end zone.
Goodbye.
One play, one touchdown.
Holy cow.
That was fast.
24 yards in about a hypersecond.
Yeah.
My God.
Boy, did he turn on the Jets, huh?
Canton doesn't even know what hit him right now. Holy cow.
These linemen are really pumped because they know that they're making the blocks.
Oh, sure,
and
absolutely.
making this happen, but
Yep.
we are already at 110 yards rushing in the game, and we have just under 9 minutes left in the first half. These are like
We got another one through.
these are like ungodly numbers.
Yeah.
Again,
Look at this. Look at this kid. He's just
Booth
put the
seals
afterburners
it,
on.
and then boom, 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 a little downfield blocking. Oh,
Looked like he might have gone out.
Stepped out, but
Run that back, Mike.
Yeah.
I think he was out at the 6.
number 6 for Kid sure as heck thinks he was out. Well,
I think he touched the line.
it looked darn close, but he was fast around that corner. And we have there we go.
Let's take a look at this. See if we can make the call here.
Man, just maybe.
Could have been
Just
there.
maybe. That's the beauty of wearing white shoes. He's got black shoes on. Maybe you see it, but he's got white shoes on. Hard to tell. But we've had 4 different players score in this game.
There's still almost 9 minutes left in the half.
Wow.
They're up by 4 touchdowns. My goodness.
Now Canton mixes it up. They've dropped back Reynolds to go along with Harris. And this is another bomb.
Look at another. This is out of the end zone.
Actually out of the end zone. So Kyle Will is showing off the leg tonight.
He's putting on a show, isn't he? Good for him.
Wow. That is just another weapon that people might take for granted. But when you have a team starting at their own 20 time and time again.
Well, you get in a tough playoff game and you got to kick a 35-yard field goal. I want him on my team.
You betcha. You betcha. So all Foxborough thus far, and again, can't get anything started. They've had back-to-back turnovers off the block punt and then the fumble. And running's not going to do it. So Hagan, if he is as good as he was advertised to be, he's going to have to try and work some magic now.
Oh, they have to throw. They have to throw the football. Yeah.
And he's going to the quick out pass, and he finds Harris out there. Harris gets knocked out of bounds, but not until he picks up 6 yards. So Hagan completes it. So we'll have a 2nd and 4. Yeah, he's at this point, it looks like he could end up having a 30-35 pass attempt night.
He's going to have to, because they can't stop us.
Yeah, you see that young man, number 77, and he's basically a fire hydrant. I mean, he's built like one, solid young man. And you can see the QB keeper right here, and this is a nice run by Hagan. And you said in the pregame, Frank, that he's just as dangerous with his feet.
Yeah, a lot of people think he's better with his feet. He's just a good quarterback.
And
good athlete.
Yeah, the middle was open there. Dave Henry eventually brings him down, but not until he picks up the first down on about a 15-yard gain. So Ken finally picks up a first down here.
Ball is now on the 10, 41-yard line, 1st and 10. For Canton Bulldogs.
Foxborough would just love to see this young man pass, because then they can just pin their ears back and go after him all night long. And, whoa.
Oh, he got about six, 7 yards on that.
We missed a tackle in the backfield as J-Ron Reynolds came in motion on the jet sweep, and Foxborough's first defender got a hand on him, but not enough to slow him down, and he picks up 7 yards.
Now, you know, Doug, you're down by 4 touchdowns. Wouldn't you call 2 or 3 plays in a huddle, or have them and try to move the clock a little bit?
You want to manage it a little bit better than that. I mean, it's still early in the game, but to your point, they're
4 touchdowns
they're down. If Foxborough gets the ball back, they could kill the clock.
Right, exactly.
And we're going to see this long arm and
just too
out
long.
of bounds. Yeah, Buzniak all over Harrison the coverage, but you're right. You can't be taking 30 seconds between plays. They need to get something quick, and then either look for the onside kick or possibly hope that their defense could finally hold Foxborough. But if Foxborough gets it back, we've already seen them score quickly, but we've also seen them kill the clock.
We've had the ball 4 times and scored 4 times.
Yeah. Yeah, and the last 2 times were quick. Literally scored 3 plays in 1 play. So, Ken, again, we're going to see a little read option. And
he got through there.
Yeah, he did.
Little guy.
Yeah, that's Garvin. And he's going to pick up another first down for Ken. But this is, to your point, this is where they've grabbed a couple first downs now.
Yeah.
You got momentum. You'll keep Foxborough off balance. Ken doing a real good job, actually, of moving the lineman off the ball.
At least allow Foxborough not to substitute. You know, if you're calling 2-3 plays, even calling them at the line of scrimmage, Foxborough won't be allowed to substitute.
Right. Fisher and Hood are out, and we have George in there, and Jackson's moved to D tackle as well. And Gus is Garvin once again, and there's a flag.
I think he's going to call a hold.
Yeah. Well, somebody yelled hold. It was coming from the sideline, I'm sure.
It's either that or it's a personal foul.
It's coming back.
Holding.
It's a hold.
44 White, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
It's a shame because there's a nice run there by Garvin once again. But yeah, now I think I see Hood back in there. So Hood and Fisher back in there. So we took the Beef Brothers out, went with a quicker lineup, and now we're coming back with the Beef Brothers.
There's some big fellas right there.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, let's go 2-8.
And this ball's down the middle, and it's right on the money. Great pitch and catch there. Number 3 on the.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Let's pound our chest some more and pick up 15 yards. That's
number 3.
Just, yeah. That's there's no reason for this, especially in high school.
Michael Harris just picks up a first down.
Yeah. Watching too much ESPN. I hate that garbage. I'm glad they call it too.
It's a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. White, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the spot and a 1st and 10.
You're down by 4 scores.
Yeah.
And this,
And you make one good play.
You
think you shut your mouth and go back in the huddle. And people tell me, don't say that. Don't say that. Are you kidding me? The things that are going on in high school and football today, it's not called for.
Yeah. It's like when a team is trailing and they're on defense, and a guy just rips off a 7-yard gain. A guy brings him down. He gets up and he's pounding his chest because he made a tackle. The guy just ran for 7 yards.
Exactly.
What are you excited about, right?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But that's a shame because it takes away a first down, but you had a good gain too. So being a dead ball foul, it just brings it back. So they still have a 1st and 10, but now they get the ball on the 43
and
instead of like
they
the
lost
28.
20 yards.
Yeah.
Or 15 yards.
All right, Hagen's going to roll out, and he's going to keep it, and he'll scoot ahead for a couple yards. But Whiting and DeVellis again on the tackle. He picks up 5 of those yards, so it'll be a 2nd and 5.
I like to watch this Brian DeVellis play football.
Yeah.
You know what? He really enjoys what he's doing. He enjoys it. Not that they don't all enjoy it. I'm sure they do, but he seems to take it another notch up.
Yeah, there's definitely some football mentality out there, and Connor Downs and Liam Whiting are just like that as well. Ronnie Martin's actually in on defense right now,
There
Frank.
you go, sure.
He's in at linebacker, and we're going to see Garvin try the middle, and he's going to be darn close to a first down. Again, DeVellis at the bottom of that pile. And do we have a measurement? And we
do.
We do. So we're at 4:23 remaining in the first half. Kent is moving the ball. They are inside the Foxborough 35-yard line, and we are going to measure to see if they have a first down or it will be 3rd and inches.
They got the big boys coming in for the short yardage.
Yeah, they do. And it looks like they're just a hair short. A couple links of that chain. Just inside, and again, Ken doing a pretty good job pushing our guys off the ball here, but not enough. Right there, you can see Garvin comes down, but the ball is his helmet's at the marker, but the ball is shy. So
yeah, we got a 3rd and 1.
looks like the chain crew start moving the chains. Going to go wait for the referee to reset them there. All right, stretch that out a link, and it is real short, a couple inches. And this is where I don't like the shotgun formation. We only need a couple inches. So we're going to Garvin's going to pick up the first down. So they do.
They ran that right over the Sequoias.
Yeah, they did. And Jalen Jackson on the tackle. So basically, they're still not back to where they would have been on that completed pass. They were down to the 28. So they've had to run 3 plays to get back to the 30. The importance of that penalty. 4 minutes now remaining in a half. And we're going to have motion once again. And we're going to see a little play action pass. And Hagen's going down the middle to Harris.
Nice play. Nice play by Bosniak. Nice play.
That play there, ball got deflected up in the air and was up for grabs for a second.
Let's take a look at this pass.
Harris is the intended receiver. And, yeah, Bosniak with very good coverage by Buzzy. Yeah, gets his hand right on the ball as it's going down into Harris's grip.
And we got a 2nd and 10.
And Foxborough looks like they're coming with it. And got a draw play. And once again, this is Garvin and DeVellis and Downs are there to stop them.
That's the same play we run.
Yep, but with not as much success.
Yeah.
Yeah. DeVellis right there. And you don't hate to say, but it's just like you call some of the kids' names over and over again, but he's earning it. He actually was being blocked, and he reaches out with his one free arm to slow that kid down.
You know what, Doug? Don't ever say that. I mean, you know, you've had these kids way long time. They deserve every bit of accolades that you can give them.
Well, we have a nice catch right there. Harris comes down with it. He takes a shot, but he comes down with it. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, they've earned it. It's just that, sometimes people say, you're always talking about the same kids, always talking about the same kids. Well, we have to.
The same kids are doing the job.
They're doing the job. We call them as we see them. We may be homers, but we call them as we see them.
Yeah.
This is a nice little pitch and catch here again. Hagen throws this off his back foot.
That's a great catch right there.
Yeah, and Dave Henry puts a lick on Harris, but he still is able to hold on to the ball and get his foot down. So they are inside the 10 with 3 minutes to go. Canton is threatening for the first time in this contest. And once again, we see motion, and we're going to see the jet sweep. And this is
I don't think he made it. I think he's a foot short.
Sure looks like it. And again, that's Reynolds, J-Ron Reynolds, number 4. Couldn't.
Let's take a look at the end here.
He's got Garvin as a lead blocker. And in our pitcher comes up, and 28, Ross Smith, makes a nice tackle.
Nice play,
saves
Smith.
a touchdown.
Yep.
Canton's real close. I've noticed this a couple times. They're real close to almost having 2 guys in motion again, too. Because on that play, as Reynolds is coming across,
timeout.
I'm watching Garvin starting his move to the outside.
Yep.
He's coming out of his set position, and that's darn close to being 2 guys in motion at the same time. So Canton takes another timeout. Okay, we're going to see it again. Now you're going to see this is number 1. And
I'll tell you what, you're absolutely 1,000% right. It looked like he jumped.
Yeah, and I know it's a shotgun snap and the ball's not there yet.
Yeah.
And that young man is seeing the ball coming up from underneath the center's, position.
Be honest with you, I think the referee gave it to him.
He may have. Sometimes, it's so close in this type of game at this point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if it's blatant, he has to call it. So they have a second and goal from the 1. Garvin is the lone back again, and once again we're going to see Reynolds in motion, and Garvin's going to take it straight ahead.
Hagen's got it. Hagen like cross-bucked it.
Oh, yeah, he did. Okay.
That's the scissors, the old scissors.
Had me faked out, so well-designed play. Young man Hagen, the quarterback, gets his first score of the game. And that looks like Bum Phillips over there on the sideline. I mean, it seriously looks like Bum Phillips.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just the cowboy hat, the glasses, the build.
The young kids are watching this going, who's Bum Phillips?
Who's Bum Phillips? Was he the vice president for Eisenhower?
Very good.
Okay, so we're going to have the extra point attempt. That's a good kick. We saw this young man warming up, too. And he has a nice leg on him. And that's
2 good kickers.
McGonigal. He's only a sophomore, and he has a nice leg on him as well. So Ken scores just before the half. The only problem is they've left 2 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock. So you're right, little cross-act buck scissors play, and he gets in there pretty easily. And that's what you do. You toss the ball to the referee and, act like you've been there before.
Shut your mouth,
Yeah.
exactly.
So Foxborough is going to have a chance once again. We'll see if Canton can maybe hold them or if they're even going to attempt an onside kick. This will be interesting to see. There he is.
There he is.
And for those of you who don't know who Bum Phillips is, he coached the Houston Oilers back in the 70s, 80s. Unfortunately, they were in the same division as the Pittsburgh Steelers in their heyday. And even though he had Earl Campbell and a few other.
Dan Pastorini
has some good ball players. Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Yep.
All right. Bum never could beat him. And then later on, he ended up in New Orleans. And his son is actually Wade Phillips, who's been a head coach for a couple teams in the NFL. But he was a character, the Bum.
Yeah, he was.
All right, so McGonigal tees it up, and we're going to see that squib kick. And this is going right to Austin Ryan as the up guy. And Austin just needs to hold on to that ball right there. And Foxborough will have real good field position just over the 35-yard line with plenty of time to score.
Well, if I'm Mike Borderi, I'm going to let this kid Rogers throw the football.
Yeah, why
With
not?
2 minutes left. He's not going to get a chance in the second half if we score again.
They don't want to go deep, but, again, you got up guys like Austin Ryan, who's already scored a touchdown tonight, and he's pretty sure-handed. You'll take that. And the ball is resting actually on the 35-yard line. And we got both Neal and Martin in the backfield. Rogers takes a snap, and he's going to hand it off to Neal on a delay. And Neal breaks a tackle.
Look how quick he is.
And, he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, but he's also got a first down. He does make it out to the 45-yard line. That's going to move the chains. Again, a little delay handoff. He breaks right through, bounces off 2 guys. See, again, kids not wrapping when they're trying to tackle. And he picks up 10 yards on the first down. So Foxborough with 2:05 remaining is out at their own 45. And Rogers is going to throw this one, and he's got an out pattern to Buzniak. Bosniak's going to be close to first down. They are going to mark him just a hair short. Oh, they're moving the chains again. Are they? No, he's saying second down now. Okay, I thought he signaled for first. It is second in inches. But once again, stops the clock by getting out of bounds. And Foxborough has all 5 of their timeouts in the pocket as well. So Neal and Martin in the backfield again. Neal is deep this time. And we're going to see Neal take the handoff. And we're going to see him spin through the middle and get ahead for about 5 yards on the first down. And Foxborough calls a quick timeout.
They've got to get control of the game. 20-second timeout. Coach's request.
Ball's at the Canton 40-yard line. You can hear the conversations from some of the players and coaches on the sideline coming through the cameras we have down there. We're hearing it here in our headsets. A lot of activity going on down there. And speaking of activity, we've got golf carts this year, Frank.
There you go, for the king and the queen. I like Gilreath over the middle here.
All right, and he is lined up as the tight end to our near side with Neal and Austin Ryan outside of him. And we're going to see that pitch out to Martin, and he gets it. I think I see was there a flag maybe? Martin has a nice run here, but I'm not sure if there's a penalty on this play. I thought I saw something fly in there.
Well, he bounced off Hagan like Hagan was standing still. What do we got?
Oh, no, they're not. They're moving the chains. Okay.
Let's take a look at Brian Hagan coming up on Martin right here. Martin just says,
boom.
Oh,
wow.
I think I'll walk right over you.
Yeah, just power running.
There you go.
Rogers underneath. There's Gilreath. That's a short gain. Again, timeout. Badiri's signaling for a timeout. 1:22. Three more to go. I mean,
20-second timeout. Coach's request.
I think maybe here you call 2 plays in the huddle, Frank.
Yeah.
Even though they got the timeouts. I mean, Canton's on their heels once again. Gilreath picks up about a 3-yard gain there, and Jake Ragusa makes the tackle. But, if you call 2 plays in the huddle, Canton doesn't have a chance to make a substitution.
You know what else I like here, Doug? Not to interrupt you, but
yep.
I love a quarterback draw right here.
Yeah, it would be a good call as well. We haven't seen Rogers run yet. And the defense is spread out because Foxborough's formation. And Martin's going to take it through the middle. And now we have a 3rd and about 5. Ball's on the 25-yard line. Just over a minute remaining. Actually, even a little screen pass again.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm thinking he's going to throw the ball.
Canton's coming with a hard rush. Rogers rolls out, and he finds Austin Ryan. Ryan had the first down, but he came back to try and make more out of it. Foxborough's going to have to call a timeout here, but it's going to be a 4th down. Rogers makes a good pass on this, running to his left. This is difficult to do.
That's a full timeout.
And right there, Ryan had the first down. He bounces it back on his own. That's not forward progress because he did it on his own accord, and he loses the first down in the process. So it'll be 4th and 2. This would be a huge stop for Canton.
Yeah. It's the only shot they have right now.
Yeah. I mean, they did defer the kickoff, so they will be getting the second half kick. So if they make the stop here, it would be very good for them, because if they can make something happen to start the second half, then we get a contest again. If they don't stop Foxborough here, basically it's going to seal the deal, I think. We can trade touchdowns all night at this point.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you want to throw the ball here, do you?
No, I like Martin here. I like that little cross-buck action of our own.
Yeah.
You know, which guy do you take? Do you take Neal? Do you take Martin? They're both in the backfield.
I'll tell you who I take. I take the offensive line. I trust them. I trust them. I think they're going to blow these kids off.
All right, 4th and 2. And we're going to see Neal.
Wow, they stopped him, Dougie, I think. I think they stopped him.
This all depends on the spot. The near side officials pointing the other way.
Yeah, the referee point the other way. They stuffed them. That's got to be a great play for Canton right there.
Wow, the spot. I actually thought he reached the 20-yard line.
Let's take a peek.
From this angle, boom. His hand was down. His hand was down shy of the 20.
Nice play.
Yeah, what?
Take another look.
Yeah, he gets stood up right there.
44. Nice
yeah, he
play,
doesn't make
50.
it. That's a good call by the officials. And, you know, again, on the tackle, Baez and Barrikas, number 50, James Barrikas, they stood Neal up for the first time. We actually have seen Canton stop the Warrior offensive machine.
You want to take a chance on throwing a football here?
Hey, got 35 seconds.
Nope.
And there's
that's
Whiting once again.
Nice play, Liam Whiting. Nice play.
And they're just going to let this tick out.
Yeah, now I would, yeah. Let's take a look at this.
Garvin takes just a straight ahead handoff, and Whiting is through there once again, just hog ties him. A little extracurricular activity right there, but this is going to end the half.
That's going to seal the deal for this half.
But Ken's got to feel pretty good about scoring and then holding Foxborough.
Yep.
It gives them a glimmer of hope that maybe in the second half they could put a little bit more together. But to this point, Foxborough's looked very, very impressive, as they had last week.
Offensively and defensively.
Both sides. And, you know, they're going to go to locker rooms. They're going to talk it over. And we're going to have a long halftime between the band and homecoming, everything else. So
I got to tell you one thing. The king and queen are coming.
Yeah, they are. So I'm guessing it'll be about 20 minutes before we'll be back. So grab yourself something to eat or drink at home, and, you know, we'll see you then.
Oh, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Foxborough Warrior marching band. We are proud to present the 2014 Foxborough marching band. The band is led on the field by senior drum majors Aaron Hussey and Billy Anderson. This year's halftime show is entitled The Call of the Mountain and features 4 musical selections by a great contemporary American composer named Joseph Curielli. Song titles include Call of the Mountain, Adelina de Maya, featuring percussion section, River of Tears, and Joy. Now, please welcome the Foxborough High School marching band. Hudson Marching Band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nick Luciano here with Riley Fleck and Brian Bortolotti. We are announcing the homecoming court for the 2015 class.
First up, we got Princess Anne Hussey, daughter of Catherine and Patrick. Who is planning on majoring in music education. Colleges. She's applying to. I'm saying, first up we have Princess Anne Hussey, daughter of Catherine. Say so. First up, we have Princess Erin Hussey, daughter of Kathy and Patrick. Erin is planning on majoring in music education. Colleges she's applying to are UMass Amherst, Ithaca College, and University of Connecticut.
She is accompanied by her prince, the lovely Tom Rogers, son of Joe and Joanne. Tom is applying to Union, RPI, and Tufts. He wants to go into the field of engineering, and he has played football, basketball, and lacrosse for the past 4 years. He's also a member of the National Honor Society. What a guy.
Pretty good. Next up, we have Princess Lauren Basler, daughter of Jim and Cheryl Basler. Lauren is undecided on her major. She is applying to Wheelock, UMass Amherst, Emmanuel College, and University of Rhode Island.
She is accompanied by her prince, Cam Seeley, son of Lori and Paul. Cam has played basketball for the past 2 years, been a member of the student council. Oh, he's played basketball for 4 years. Sorry, I should know that. He's a Hawk All-Star. He's in the NHS, and he is an Eagle Scout. Cam is applying to UMass Lowell and wants to major in engineering.
Next up, we have Princess Kayla Seppi, daughter of Nancy and Stephen Seppi. She is planning on majoring in pharmacy. Colleges she is applying to are Northeastern, URI, and Rutgers. Activities, she's class president. She is a NHS member and senior cross country winner and spring track captain.
She is accompanied by Brian Novellis, son of Jim and Nicole. Brian has played lacrosse for 11 years, football for 4. He's a referee and coaches CYO basketball. Colleges he's applying to are UMass Amherst, Quinnipiac, and Northeastern. He would like to major in engineering.
Next up, we have Princess Kirsten Warner, daughter of Don Warner and Dan Warner. She is planning on majoring in physical therapy. Colleges she is applying to include Sacred Heart University, Quinnipiac, University of Rhode Island, UMass Amherst, and UMass Lowell. Activities include Foxborough High School soccer, basketball, lacrosse for all 4 years, and NHS.
She's accompanied by Balazs Buzniak with a lovely touchdown. His parents are Zanette and Alex. He would like to he's applying to Merrimack Sacred Heart University and the University of Massachusetts. He's a member of the Best Buddies, the Foreign Language Club, participates in outdoor track, and he coaches and referees youth basketball.
And the last couple but not least, we have Sam Geary, her parents, Anne Marie and John Geary. She plans to major in mathematics at Merrimack, URI, UNH, and UMass Amherst. She played soccer the past 3 years, spring track, and is currently on varsity field hockey. She's a class council and student council for the past 4 years and is on the National Honor Society. And she taught 6th grade CCD. And Tim O'Toole is is parents of Carolyn and Robert O'Toole and plans to major in pre-medicine at Boston College, Notre Dame, Northeastern, and Brown University. He's the class treasurer and was a member of track and cross country the past 4 years and was a senior captain and is also a member of the National Honor Society. Woo! And that is your 2015 homecoming court.
Good? Hey, you do it. You're good. Go.
And the winner is King Balaj Buzniak and Queen Kirsten Warner.
Have a great night. Drive home safe.
All right, folks, we're back here for the second half action after a long halftime, a homecoming. Three of the members of the Warriors were on the homecoming court with Balaz Buzniak ending up as the king. So he's got a touchdown and a crown tonight there, Frank.
Yeah.
All right, we'll look on the screen. Here's our first half stats, and as you can see, it's very one-sided. 222 total yards. That's a game's worth, and this is similar to last week where Foxborough had almost 400 yards of offense in that game.
Yeah, I mean, we're going over 300 again tonight.
Right.
This is quite an offensive showing the last couple of weeks, Doug.
It is.